Hi, and welcome to another McWanago Library STEAM-Tastic Wednesday. Today we're making bottle rocket launchers. So first you're going to have to go to the library and pick up a bag and take that out from the library. And it's going to have these materials here. It's going to have your paper for your rocket, instructions for how to build the rocket, not tape or scissors, so you're going to have that on your own. But it will have the piping for your launcher. You're also going to have your own 2-liter bottle to do the launching. So first off, we're going to build our launcher pad. So you're going to have to take all these pieces and get them together. I'm going to set this down here. And you want to start out with this little plus sign connector. And first take your 2 6-inch pieces that have the little ends on them. You're going to take those and stick them right across from each other. So then you're going to have 2 open ends and 2 with the 6-inch pipes with the ends on them. Then what you're going to do is take the big foot-long one and put it on one of the open sides. It doesn't matter which one, but you can just put it on one of the open sides. Then you have kind of a T-looking shape like that. Then what you're going to do is take your little 3-inch piece and stick it in the other side. So it comes out just a little bit, and then take your corner piece and go like that. And then lastly, your 6-inch piece is just put up like that. So your launcher should look like this with a long piece coming out this way, and then on the other side has that corner that goes upwards with your 6-inch piece like that. And so when you're done, your rocket is going to go right here, and your bottle is going to go right on there. And so that's how our setup is going to kind of be with our rocket. Alright, so once you have your launcher base built, you're going to have to build your rocket. There are instructions in there, but we're just going to show you how to make it here. So you want to take this 6-inch pipe off, so you can take your big rectangular piece and just wrap it around that pipe like this. So you just want to be able to have it make the same shape as that pipe. It might be a little bit hard to get it to fit tight, but you just want to try and pull it tight, get it to wrap around like that. Okay. And then once you have it wrapped around, you will take a nice sized piece of tape. Sometimes it's nice to have more than 2 hands, but put that right along the edge of the paper and hold that tight. And then you want to take a couple more pieces of paper or tape and put it along those edges. Look where my tape went. You want to make sure that the edges are completely sealed so no air can get out of it. Sometimes you want to put a couple more pieces of tape than you need, just so it's as sealed as possible. Alright. And then you can just slide out that piece of piping and put it right back in your launcher. Okay. So next, out of the other piece of paper that you got, cut out one of the kind of Pac-Man looking shapes, and that's going to be your nose cone. So to make your nose cone, you're going to take it and just fold it around like that so it makes a cone shape. And then take your rocket, make the cone smaller than the width of your rocket, and stick the cone in there, and then kind of just let the cone go so it will expand and match the shape of the rocket. So then you can take your tape and get a whole piece that goes around the whole shape of the nose cone, so you can keep that in place. And then you can take the nose cone out, and we're going to seal it closed. just like we did with the rocket. So we're gonna take some more tape and just keep putting it around so there's no holes in the nose cone, because if air gets out, then the air is just gonna shoot straight out and not push our rocket upwards. So we're gonna need a lot to seal this closed. Okay. And then you're gonna stick it right back in your rocket. Might be a little bit tight, but that's good. All right, stick it back in there, and then just put a lot of tape around this edge. Don't be shy about the amount of tape that you put on there, because tape is probably the most important part of this whole project. It's what seals in that air, and that's what's going to give us our lift and push the rocket upwards. It'll be great. Alright, I think I'm going to put one more piece, and that should be good for our fuselage and our nose cone. Okay, so next, you're going to want to cut out 4 of any kind of shape. I picked triangles. You can do circles, you can do half circles, squares, stars, whatever you want to do. And these are going to be the fins of our rocket. So they're going to go in the bottom side of the rocket. So first off, we're going to want to cut 4 slices into the edges of the rocket. So we're going to cut one kind of, if you think about it like a clock, at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And it doesn't matter how deep you cut them. I like to cut them about maybe an inch deep, and that gives it a lot of space for the fins to fit in. And this is where we're going to slide our fins into. We're going to do the same kind of slit into our fin. So with each of the fins that you have, you're going to take it and look at it in the direction that you want facing down. So this is going to be the bottom side, and this is going to be the top side. And you're going to fold in just a little bit of it, probably about 1/3 of it, fold it up onto itself, just like that. And that's where you're going to make your little cut. So on that fold line, you're going to make a cut at the top of your fin, about the same length as the cut that you made in the rocket. And you're going to do that for all of your fins. And then once you've made that cut, you can take the fin, the part that you folded, and stick that into the rocket, and then slide the slit on, and there you go. So that should kind of lock in place. And then finally, take some tape and put that on as much as you want. It doesn't really have to be sealed here, just enough to make it so it will stay on nice and snug. And then you'll do that for all 4 of your fins. Alright, when your rocket is finished, you can put it right on the little launch pad there. And then you're going to want to take tape. Duct tape is nice. I'm not duct tape here, but that's alright. Just take some tape, and you want to seal this hole closed from your bottle. So have it on, seal that nice and tight. And then take this over here, and we can launch our rocket. Alright. Oh. 3, 2, 1, launch. Alright. Let's bring it back to the table and we'll do a bit more. So, what I want you guys to think about when you're doing your launch, and maybe you can even try with some more paper and making some more rockets, is like, what would happen if you were to use maybe a really long nose cone, or a nose cone that went over your rocket? Or what if you didn't have any fins at all? Or only had 2 fins instead of 4, or 10 fins. Or maybe imagine all these pipes, like this pipe was 3 feet long and this pipe was 1 foot long and these pipes were 2 feet long. How would that change how your launch was? Maybe try a rocket that was half the height or twice the height, and just experiment with these different variables to see how it might change your launch, and see maybe if you can figure out a way to make it launch higher and higher, or see if you can make it so it just can't launch at all because there's too much of something or not enough of something. So with that, thank you guys for watching and have fun.